Well, I think she was a woman who really wished that she was her daughter. You know, she wanted Rachel's life.
You have some life here, sweetie.
I know.
She was so excited, Sandra, to be with the younger women. And on her own, she'd left her house, and she was so excited. And just the fact that, and she said, you know, marijuana, you know, she didn't say pot or something. She says, you know, do you have any marijuana?
Do you know what we should do? Does anybody have any marijuana?
And then she said, what's new in sex these days?
So, what's new in sex?
Just the way she, was so excited to be a part of her daughter's life. It was funny, and everybody laughed at it. But underneath that, there was something, rather sad that she hadn't known any of those things. She didn't have any girlfriends her own age that she could talk about it with. And now here she is, plopped in the middle of Rachel's life, who's saying, "Oh my God, how do I get my mother to stop talking?" She just was so mortified by it. But I think that was very sweet.
Oh, hello, Ross. Now, where have you been?
Hi.
What was fun about Friends was that they were all so cute to me. I mean, the first day I got there, David Swimmer opened the door and he said, ladies first," from my Free to Be album, which was so cute. And another time I had an idea about something, and I said to the director, well, what if I, go over to the bathroom and do this and then come out and say the line? And he said, no. And Jennifer said, what do you mean, no? You can't talk to her that way. She's the queen of comedy. So they were so, respectful and sweet and nice. And another time, I had this scene where Joey was supposed to kiss me to distract me from the fact that my husband was also coming to the shower.
Have to be heading toward my chateau. Thank you.
Oh, all right. Well, then I guess we're going back into the hallway again.
Thanks for coming, Mrs. Green.
My estranged husband I think it was a bridal shower for Rachel. And so they didn't want me to know that my ex-husband was there. And so he was to grab me and kiss me in the hallway. And every time we did it, of course, he just kind of, pretended to kiss me. So now we were going to shoot it, and he came over really sheepishly mad, and he said to me, "Oh, they really want me to kiss you this time." And I said, "That's okay, go ahead." So he did, he kissed me, and so I kind of fell into it, like that. And you could only see the back of me. So I got a big laugh that, in other words, Joey had kissed this mother, and she was, just collapsed over it. But again, they were just so cute, every one of them. No matter what I did, they were very cute.
You having fun?
Oh, am I? I just danced with a wonderfully large woman. And 3 other girls made eyes at me over at the buffet. Oh, I'm not saying it's something I want to pursue, but it's nice to know I have options.
I thought it was a funny moment when Sandra went to the party, I think it was the lesbian wedding, and she gets hit on by this lesbian. And she says to Rachel, well, it's nice to know that I have alternatives. I just thought that was so funny, such a funny thing for this woman to say, who's trying to find herself in the world. And now she's thinking, well, maybe she said, I'm not saying I'm a lesbian or anything. I'm just saying it's nice to know that I have alternatives. I found that just an adorable line. Well, what I really loved, because I think Rachel was that girl of the time. When I was doing That Girl, Donald had to go home every night. You always saw Donald at the door leaving. What killed me about Friends was that they talked about the wet spot on the bed. And I thought, oh my Lord, in our day, poor Donald couldn't even spend the night. So I got a big kick out of how much the single scene had changed on television. That was a huge difference. And I also loved shooting with several cameras. My father and my brother had done shows with several cameras, but I did That Girl with a single camera. And it was fun we'd do the scene, and then when the scene was over, the director and the producers and all the writers would kind of huddle, and we'd discuss, like, let's try it this way. Why don't you say this? You did that. Don't you say that. You walk in here. So it was so much fun. Once we heard the audience's reaction, we could tell what worked and what didn't work, and then we could try it again a whole other way. I loved that, because when you do it with one camera, there's no audience, so you're just going on opinion. Like, I think it's going to be funny, but you don't really know that it's been funny. But to be able to do it in front of an audience gives you a chance at doing it a second time and doing it even better. And I loved that. I love that. I don't ever know why shows last forever. I think it's because you like the people. You know, any show that lasts a long time, whether it's Cheers or Friends or any show, it's because the people are real. You believed them then, you cared about them then, and you still continue to care about those characters. So I think it's about, as funny as it is, it's that the characters were well drawn and the people playing them were well cast in them. So you want to visit them again. I think that's why shows last a long time.